So let me show it to you using your hand weights. Let me get the hand weights from my booty keeper, which I love. It's just right there when I need it. So let me show you the first movement. So you're going to start right here. This will be the bands. And we're just going to lift up. So if you have weights, you can do this. The second one is called shave the head, or what we call salute. So your arms will be in front of the face and you just salute. Exhale up. So we're going to be doing these exercises with the your tubing. So at least you know that you can do this with your hand weights. So let me put my hand weights back, put on the music, and let's do it. You need a very sturdy surface for this, like a booty bar, because my weight's in the bottom, which is about 45, 50 pounds, is weighting this down. Or you can use your ledge like this, which is also strong enough. So let's go, put on the music. Just a short workout. Face away from your surface. Position of my hands. Start above shoulder, micro bending your knees. Full range. It's not hard enough. I walked away from my booty kicker. Did you see that? Half range, top range, top half. Hold. All right, the second one was the salute. Ready? Or shake the head. Here I go. Full range. Adjust your body. I'm using a stroop band, which I love, that is covered. But I only have one. I don't know where the rest went. Feel my tricep with this one. Half range. Shave the head. Hold. So shall we release? Shoulders first. That's what I love about using your resistance bands, your tubing, or you're the band, because you have resistance both ways, pulling and pushing. And that's why you feel sometimes that delayed onset muscle soreness more with the bands than when you use hand weights, because with hand weights, the gravity, it's only in one way. The resistance is only one way. So let me give you tricep, lats. Try to hold these 20 to 30 seconds. Other side. So, hand lightly on the bar, side facing the bar, and my arm will be out like I'm shaking a hand. So I'm going to stay here and come in. Exhale, full range of motion. Good. Heel is off your glider. The brakes, only the front part of the foot or the pads of your foot are on your glider. Okay, I'm going half range of motion now. Static hold. Come up, give this a shake because you're feeling it. So now we're going to go full range of motion, and my arm is going to reach across. You'll feel it more in the glute medius. Here we go. The whole glute, in fact, of this leg. Full range. Half range. Static hold. And be sure you stretch it out. Let's go to the other side, and then we'll come back for the adductors. So move this. Ledge. Heel off. Here we go. Shake the hand. Full range. Half range. Breathe. Static hold. Come up for a moment. Give it a little love. You feel it here, supporting leg. Let's go across the body to engage. Full range. Half range. Static hold. Felt that release. Let's go to the adductors, which are the inner thigh muscles. My legs are externally rotated a bit. I'm going to lift the heel, slide out, and slide back in. Arms can be here. Lift heel up, lower the heel. Range could just be here or here. Stop halfway. And for my static hold, I just open up as wide as I can with control and stay. All right, how about the other side? Full range. I lifted up my heel and lower it from my brakes. You could hold on to your bar the whole time. Or here. Range. Forgot to put the music, sorry. Having music there makes us work with the beat, right? Sometimes we just go too fast. I tend to do that. Hold. Good job. To discuss how to do your planks safely and properly, okay? You can do, sometimes we need to do a full plank, we're here, right? Or your forearm plank. no matter what, your arm should be here. Now, I used to only think that I just needed to brace my core. Now, just let go. This is let go. You can't see my clothes, but you're arching the back slightly. There's no power in that. And I used to think that all I had to do was just brace my abdominals, my core, my belly button to the spine, but I still didn't have strength because you needed strength from your shoulders and your arms. So besides bring that core tight, I need you to think about powering up your shoulders or puffing them up, as Leslie would say. So when you need to prepare, you have this motion. You're puffed up a little bit in your in the shoulder area, and think about being able to open and close your hands like you have a newspaper under your hands and you're opening and closing it. So the power has to come from the whole core up to that shoulder area. So let's do some scapular stabilization, and we'll do this on our forearm. So forearm is here. We talked about the stabilization, right? So let's do it without the glider first. So let go right here, okay? Now, we need to engage the core, right? So belly button up to the spine. Now puff up your shoulders. Bring that power to the shoulder, like you're going to open up that newspaper right here with your hands. So we're gonna come up, and you can just do the same thing when you come up in to your bear or on your forearm plank. Good? So you need to involve the shoulders as well as the core, right, as we do this. So let's put our toes on our glider, and let's do the scapular stabilization or saw in your Pilates class. So I'm going to engage, puff up the shoulders. Here I go. You need to reset. Come on down. Take a short break. When you come up, you need to stabilize again. Core. Puff up the shoulders. On the core. Plank out. Pike. Come on down. You can come into your Sphinx. Release the core. Push yourself up. Into your cat. You can come down to your child's pose. So that is it. Now, let's do our bridge work for our Pilates focus class. And I'm going to be using my bender ball, and then later on, I'm going to be using my glides or your paper plates. You can use your regular playground ball for this, but when we put our weight on the ball, then I would make sure that that ball can hold your weight. I know the bender ball can hold over 200 pounds of body weight. So we're going to lay down supine. I'm going to space up, and I'm going to put the bender ball in between my legs, okay? Like I would tell my students, how would they know where the foot placement is? I just put my fingers right by my side, and then tell them that you need to find your best place for your heels. For me, it's just where my fingertips touch the heels. And let's do some bridging work, okay? So my arms are on the side, and I'm just going to lift and lower. So this is just my straight bridge. So I need to remind myself not to let my glutes overwork allow this front part of the body to work instead. So lengthen right here. Try not to clutch with the glutes. Use the breath. Let's do 8 of these. I'm doing it slow because I have to remind myself I always overwork my glutes. I clench it, where I should be focusing more here as I bridge. Good. Another kind of bridge is articulating bridge, meaning to say that you articulate going up and then lower the same way. Let that spine articulate. Again, try not to clutch so much with the buttocks. Let's do 8. We normally do the bridge after we do a very strong or hard core work for that front part of the body. These go together to really have a full total body workout. Give me 2 more articulating bridge. Slow it down. I didn't put any music because what I've noticed is that my students have a different rhythm when they do their bridges. All of my students, some are slower, some are faster because they're really focusing on the muscles being used, and especially that articulating bridge. The third thing that I'm going to share with you is to put your heels on top of your gliders or your paper plates. Now, for some of us, all we have to do is just come out and in. You're already working the glutes, right? You don't have to lift the buttocks off the floor. You feel hamstring work, right? Some of us, we want to go up and down. Don't have to go very far with this one. And your stronger leg will kick in. This looks easy, but it's not. All right, so that's our that's our bridge work. You can use it without the glides, remember, with core work and then some Pilates floor work as well. I keep forgetting the music, so I held on to my music before I came down to the floor. For this one, we're going to use our bender ball. So I'm going to lay supine, meaning face up, and I'm going to take the ball under my lower back. So the easiest ways for me is just to come up into my bridge, up on a tiptoe, and just put it right there on my lower back. And I'm going to make sure that I'm balanced, right? Okay. So you have to trust yourself for this one. A lot of my students are kind of scared to do it. But let's start out first with releasing that back and the hamstrings. We did that bridge work. Anytime when we're doing these balancing exercises, you can put your fingers on the floor for support. But I urge you to try to also balance, even just with one side of the body or both arms. Your arms can be out to the side. Good. All right. Bend the knees now, and let's do our toe taps. Small, slow, smooth, controlled movements. You can always keep your fingertips off the floor, so when you need them again, you can just touch down, okay? Focus. I love to do this each day. exhale as I bring the leg up. Single leg stretch. Always have that option right here, okay? Each time the leg goes out and in, my core has to find balance. It's a lot of focus, control, very precise movements. Slow, smooth, controlled. How you doing? One more. Good. All right. Put your hands to the side. And we can just do. And feel in the obliques, lats, by just bringing the knees to one side and looking the opposite direction. Look at the heels instead. Balance work. Good job. Okay, to get down, put your hands by your side. Lower one leg, other leg. You're in your bridge position, so I just lift my heels up. I'm on my toes, and I come down. And you can end by hugging your knees into the chest. Give yourself a little back massage. And other direction. Good job. Supine position. So let's start this part here. Let's start with the knees bent, palms are up, and just breathe. And when you think you're ready, extend one leg and then the other. My palms are up, my fingers are open, symbolizing open mind, body, and spirit. Allow that natural arch in your back and just breathe. Let's take the right arm. Stretch the arm in one direction and the right leg. Right toe stretched in the opposite direction, creating a beautiful stretch in the side and back. Hold and breathe. You may close your eyes. And to the other side. Left arm, left leg. With that back arch, that's okay. We have the floor there that helps us, that we don't overextend our back. Now think of the opposite arm and leg. Right arm, left leg. Stretch. Point the left toe, right arm is up. And the other side, left arm, right leg, stretch. Good. Both arms, both legs. Star stretch. The ribcage cannot come up, your back and arch. And release. One more time. To the knees, to the chest, sorry about that. My hands are under my knees. And give yourselves a nice back massage in one direction. And then the opposite side. Dropping my toes down to the floor, I bring both knees to one side and I'm looking in the opposite direction. My pelvis is facing the diagonal. Now take a deep breath, and as you exhale, lift that pelvis up even more to create a greater stretch. And just breathe. If you want, take the top leg in. Keeping the shoulders on the floor. Take the knees back together. Gently bring the knees to the center and to the other side. Take the shoulders down. Look in the opposite direction. Now lift the pelvis up higher. And if you want, bring that top knee in. Take the knees together. Come center. Open up into your frog or butterfly stretch. And just put the hands to the side. Let's take a few moments here. Thanking our body for working so hard for us today. Allowing our body to move and experience the beauty of movement. Take a few more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. Good. Close up the knees. Good. Now, you can opt to come to the side and roll yourself up, or use the power of your core to come up slowly, holding on to your thighs, pressing yourself up. Arms go overhead. Hands go behind you. Press the chest forward. Open up the chest. Rock the chin. Let's release that neck. And up center. You did good. That was a full Pilates focus bar above class. Hope you liked it as much as I did. I really find that this Pilates